Welcome to Michigan and the next round of the Sim Racing Authority Sim Graphix Truck Series. And after an exciting race back, just a week ago, back in Homestead, we now depart Florida and we are now in the Midwest as the are set for 100 laps around this awesome Michigan track. And who can catch Mr. Jake Nichols? Got the double last week in both the Truck Series and the Cup Series. Can he repeat that again this week? My name is Sam Cooper Bennett, up in the booth with you again for this third round. Definitely going to be exciting to see what they can pull out of the bag for this one tonight. We know this track is fast. This track can be technical as well. And that turn 2 is always there to catch people out when they least expect it. Just want to give a few shout outs to the people in the chat. Judy Jenkins in the chat. Hello to you. Kimo Conlin in the chat. He is there as well. Unleashed Graphix. Dre Lopez. Good to see you in the chat as well. And everybody else that's joining the live broadcast here tonight. Good to see you out there for tonight's race. We definitely appreciate you coming along and watching us with us. We're qualifying set to get underway. We are going to go down to the track in just a second. First, we want to give a quick shout out to the channel sponsor. If I can find them. That would be iRacing iFlag. Make sure you go to iRacingIFlag.com today and check out all they have on offer. And if you decide to buy an iFlag, then in the checkout, why not put in the promo code esports2019 and get your hands on an iRacing iFlag with a 15% discount. As the music stops unexpectedly, and I'm going to stop it again anyway. But we are ready to get going here. Qualifying should be pretty much underway right now. Let's find out. And it is. We've got 2 minutes left. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in qualifying, actually. I am a bit late to the show, so I do apologise right now. And we're focusing on Bobby Cheney right now, the league owner. Currently sitting in P4 right now. Let's bring up the qualifying times as they sit right now. Nick Northrup currently sitting on the top of the pile. Robert Barber was in second, but Nate Trito now sits on the top of the pile. He is on provisional pole. Jumps up to third place. So five is coming in thick and fast. Let's go to someone else. Bakari is right there. David Shutt is right there. And James Dowan. Bryce Senesack is on track as well. You see him right there in the number 09. Fucking he put down. Senesack not had the best of starts to the season. As he comes through turn 3 and 4. See what he can put down here as he comes down across the line. And that will put him 39.814. That's good enough for P14. Still has one more lap to complete, does Senesack. Out on track right now. We'll go to them in just a second. But Senesack is the man we're focusing on right now. Drops down to the apron, down towards the line, and Senesack will get a 39.606. That's 39.268 actually. That's put him up to P8. So Senesack inside the top 10 now. James Dowan is in P17. Jared Darling in P14. I believe he's on his second lap now in the 1. As Darling going to lose the back end of that truck, and that is going to be the end of his qualifying run as it stands right now. So unfortunately there for Jared Darling, his qualifying run will come to an end, and qualifying itself will come to an end just as I say that. And very interesting qualifying indeed for what we did see of it. But let's go to the grid anyway for tonight's race, as we've had quite a few trucks not take the qualifying here tonight. But Nate Trito going to be on the top of the pile for the start of this race. 100 laps, remember. The competition caution will come out on lap 30. Nick Northrup will join him on that front row. Row 2 will be Freddie De La Rosa and Robert Giannini. Row 3 will be Brett Pancari and Robert Barber. Row 4 will be Eddie Kerner and David Schutt. And row 5 will be Bryce Sanasaka, we've just been focusing on, and Bobby Cheney. Row 6 will be Mark Newland and Justice Calabro. Row 7 will be Craig Schroeder and Jared Darling. I'm just going to change the cameras here. I lost my train of thought. Starting in P15 and P16 will be Tyler Sifford and James Simmons Sifford. Got that support out in the chat again, and they'll be cheering him on for this race. In 17th and 18th will be James Dowen and Ethan Kurtz. 19th and 20th will be Delonta Ballard and Jake Nichols, winner from last week. 21st and 22nd will be Zoltan Herzeg and Bobby Maiden. 23rd and 24th will be winner from Daytona, Matt Bontempi and Eric Sable. 25th and 26th will be Spencer Owens and Dwayne Culberson, who's had a good start to the season in the top 5 in the points. 27th to 28th will be Brad Bothwell and Walter Bentley. And that is going to do it for your field here tonight at Michigan. So very stacked field here again tonight. I'm going to focus in on the man known as... Oh, there he is. He starts rolling right now. That was good. There we go. Well, Frito starts rolling. I'm not sure if anyone else has gone with him. There they go. They all start... Well, most of them start rolling. Only 2 of them. But when we go back to the start-finish line, that's when they'll all get it figured out, and we know that they're going to put on one hell of a show. They did last week. They will this week. They did it at Daytona. What an absolute show they put on at Daytona. And before this race starts, just want to give a quick shout out to my mother and my co-founder here at ESPN, Tony Trapasso, back in hospital again. Hope you get well soon, buddy, and hope to see you back in the booth even sooner. Well, soon as soon as you're better. Sorry, mate, but yeah. Hope to hear from you soon. Hope you get better very soon. But anyway, here we go. We're about to get them going. The pace car got to make that left turn into pit road. The field in the control of Nate Trito, and green flag is out. 100 laps are underway here at Michigan. And it's going to be a straight fight between these guys as they fly into turn 1 now. And already Freddie De La Rosa is on the move here up to second place as he disposes of Nick Northrup. Northrup running a new paint scheme here tonight, so he will be a bit different. Brett Pancari up to 4th place now. Eddie Kerner had a decent start to the season, currently sitting 2nd in points tonight as he makes his way through turn 4. He's currently sitting in P4 now after dispatching of Pancari. Robert Giannini is right there as well, as we're under caution already. And that's Bobby Maiden in trouble. I believe one from Bentley's in trouble as well. Now we will get confirmation of that in just a second. And it was Justice Calabro involved in that as well. Let's take another look and see what happened here. And Calabro losing the back end of the truck, and he got hit by somebody there in a big way. I couldn't quite see who that was. It might have been David Schutt actually. No, David Schutt been having his own problems here tonight. Maybe Jake Nichols. No, it wasn't Jake Nichols. Was it Ethan Kurtz? No, it wasn't. It was the number 11 of Bobby Maiden. It looks like he lost all steering when that crash happened. You see him right there. There's Calabro on the outside, just lost the back end, lost the control of the truck. Big hit on Bobby Maiden there. Lost control of the truck into the wall, went down to the infield just to get out of the way, but it was already too late. The caution was already out as we've got wholesale pit stops. Everybody back out of pit road right now. On the caution number 1 here, Nate Trito in the lead, Freddie De La Rosa in second, Nick Northrup in third, Eddie Kerner in fourth, Brett Pancari is in fifth, Robert Giannini in sixth, Bryce Senesac started P9, already up to P7, Robert Barber has dropped back a bit, he's back in P8 now, Mark Newland is in ninth, and Bobby Cheney is in P10. Darren Darling currently occupying the P11 spot, Zoltan Herzog is there in P12. Ethan Kurtz has had a pretty difficult start to the season. He's back there in P13. Delonte Ballard is there in P14. James Darwin is right there. Craig Schroeder is back in P16. Jake Nichols, winner from last week, he's already been down pit road. He is in P17. Ty Sifford is back on pit road. He is there in P18. Brad Bothwell is in P19. Spencer Owens is last driver in the top 10 Wednesday actually. He's going to be moving up from those people that are currently in pit road. We're hoping to get this race underway very soon. And hopefully have some nice green flag runs here once they all settle down. But it's the Slip Angle Motorsports number 99 currently occupying the front slot right now. Freddie De La Rosa has been quick this season. Can he capitalise on it here tonight and get a decent result? He's had some good runs, but unfortunately coming unstuck throughout the race. And Matt Bontempi, the man that won at Daytona, is already out of this race. Did not take the green here at Michigan. So it looks like he's just taken a provisional for this one. lights are off on the pace car. We are ready to get them going again. We will be going back to green on lap 6. Frito opting for the inside, sorry. Sorry. I will get his name right eventually. Trito on the inside, De La Rosa on the outside. Nick Northrup is on the second row. He'll be joined by Eddie Kerner, Pumkari and Senesac on the third row. Giannini and Newland on the fourth row. So it's early in the race. I just want to get these early spins and wrecks out the way. Then we should have a nice green flag run. We've had that so far this season. They get the big ones out of the way first, and then they do have the long ones later on. Let's find out how this one turns out as they come through turn 4. We're about to get them going once again. Right now, the pace car will go on to the bottom of the track and down towards pit road now. And Trito not wasting any time this time. We are underway again. Green flag is out. And immediately dropping down to the apron. Northrop down there as well, as Kerner going to drop down in front of Pancari. A great restart by Trito. And Northrop moving up to second. Kerner up to third. De La Rosa, not the best of restarts for him. We've got one scraping the wall. I believe that was Robert Giannini. Right, Senesac right back there. He's in P7. Robert Barber right there. Martin Newland. Bobby Cheney back there. Look at this little gaggle of trucks here, all bunched together right now. We are going to be 3 wide across the line. That's the 24, the 94, and the 1. Sultan Herzog, Bobby Cheney and Jared Darling, all the 3 wide there. Ethan Kurtz right there as well, back there in P13. And we are going to be having very close races. We always predicted that this was going to be close throughout the race here tonight, as we're still focused on Kurtz here as they go through turn 3 and 4. One going very high there. That's the 96 of Mark Newland getting out of the way as they are 4 wide coming down towards turn 1. Hopefully they can get it figured out, but the race at the front is also close as well. Trayton just ahead of Northrop, De La Rosa and Kerner. 1, 2, 3 and 4. We've got a couple of car legs back to Giannini. We've got Senesac back there. He's dicing it out there with Brett Pancari. And you've got Barber there. Cheney is actually caught up to Barber. We've got the number 8 there. That is. Kurtz has made up a couple of spots. He's ahead. Oh, David Struthing is already 1 lap down here at Michigan. Lots of battling out going on around the track right now. Bobby Maiden is already out. Justice Calabro is already out. Remember, no fast repairs in this race here tonight. So, unfortunately, if you wreck your truck, you're pretty much done for the night. And that's what has happened to Calabro and Maiden as we are under caution once again. Caution flying as James Simmons and Delonta Ballard are in trouble here. Let's take a look and see what's happening to Ballard right now as coming together between Simmons and Ballard. Enough to bring out the caution here. Let's just take another look and see what happened here. Looked like, yeah, a bit of a twist there, and looks like Ethan Kurtz might have had a hand in that as well. Take a look at it from Ethan Kurtz's point of view. Yeah, a bit of a twitch there. That put the 4 off, and he didn't realise that the 21 was down there. was enough to send them both spinning through the grass. Unfortunately, I believe Ballard had the worst of it. Let's take a look and see if he did hit the wall or if he managed to keep it clean. No, kept it off the wall. Find him. Just went for pit road just to escape it, and rightly so, took the coat with him. He's going to get a penalty out of that as well. So unfortunate for him. Meanwhile, pit stops have happened here. They're actually happening right now. We are going to go to pit lane and see who's going to win the race off pit road here. So in the live chat right now, give your votes and see who you want to win here tonight. I know a couple of people in the chat right now want to see Mr. Siffin bring home the checkered flag here tonight. Siffin is currently down in P21 as it stands right now. As Nate Trato winning the race off pit road here. James Dowan though does stay out. He's got 11 laps on those tyres. Might be in a bit of trouble on the restart as everybody else behind him did take it down pit road. So Chemo, as predicted, has voted for Tyler Sifford. I know Becky Sifford will be voting for Tyler as well, so that'll be 2 votes for Ty Sifford. Will James Dowan, he's got the bonus point, so no dramas there for the man in the 12. Will he bring it down, or will he try and stay out and lead more laps, hopefully get a quick caution and stay up there? Okay, 3 votes now. Okay, fair enough. So everybody getting it figured out. Freddie De La Rosa, one of the biggest losers in that pit stop. He is back down to P6 now. So unfortunate there for the man in the 3, but we know he's got the speed in that truck to get back up there. There's got a bit of a gap between himself and Giannini right now, just backing off a bit, probably saving a bit of fuel before the restart. So, the top 10 as it stands right now, let's put the top 10 up right now. There is your top 10. James Dowan is in pit road, so he did finally take it down. So, good call there, because the amount of life that was lost on those tyres would have been a problem for him on that restart. So good to see him down pit road. Discretion being the better part of valor. And we are going to take a look at Tyler Sifford's truck right now, as requested by the chat, and see right there. Foamy the squirrel's on the hood. Wicked. I love Foamy. One of my favourite cartoon characters. Foamy be with you. Brilliant paint scheme. That is that will be my favourite paint scheme of the night. But anyway, Let's get back to the race here. Racing action about to resume here as they make their way through 3 and 4. The pace car, and once again, will make that left turn onto pit road. And into pit road goes the pace car. We are waiting for Trato to get us going. And we are back on the way. We've got one going very high up against the wall there. Very quick off the mark. I think that was Ethan Kurtz. And it was Ethan Kurtz. Made up a ton of spots there on that restart. And he's got a big run on the outside of Fede De La Rosa to make their way through 1 and 2. But De La Rosa going to win it out here as we're back on the caution once again. And Martin Newland is in trouble this time. Let's take a look and see what happened here. And it looks like he might have had a bit of contact with David Shutt, and he did. And Newland goes around, and that is enough to bring out caution number 3 here. And yeah, Chemo, I know what you mean. Wow. I thought I was the only one that liked foamy. The caution number 3 is out here at Michigan, and yes, we're going to take a quick break here as we're going to, for the first time tonight actually, we're going to go side by side. Brand new graphic we're using here on my broadcast anyway. I know Adam Chapman uses them on his. But for tonight, we're going to be showing off my new one as we're going to go side by side with ESPN. We'll be right back.
best. You got him 4 abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show under the world of outlaw.
We are back live here at Michigan. The lights are off on the pace car. We are ready to get them going again. And Traitor going to take the outside line this time by. So interesting strategy there for the man in the 99. But can Northrop take advantage of this inside line restart? As the pace car going to make the hard left turn. And we're about to get them going once again. And not wasting it. Well, held them down a slight bit. But we're back on the green once again. Northrop got the hold station on the bottom, but Trato, great restart for him on that outside line. Pancari on the outside attacking. There is Kerner and Ethan Kurtz still making those big runs on the restarts. Still going to be working to the outside of De La Rosa. De La Rosa still going to have a strong run on that inside, and he's going to overtake Pancari at the same time. As we've got a big hit in the back there. That's going to bring out yet another caution here. And it's Dwayne Culberson in trouble in the 81. As there were 3 wide there, you see Nichols on the outside. And it all just went downhill from there. 3 wide. And the Amazon.com number 81 comes off the worst there. Take another look. I was going to do it all again. Take another look from this view. And wow, just a coming together between the 81 and the 21. Nichols getting some damage from that at the same time. So that's not going to please him at all. As he bids for a second race win in a row here tonight. Gonna have some repairs to do here. And just like that, we're back on the caution once again. So I want to talk about this paint scheme by Ty Sifford. I just seen in the chat there that Jonathan Ian Mathers is an old friend, so we show him love on our race team. I've put so many on the Ill Will Press. Now I'll let you know that I've been a fan of Ill Will Press and Jonathan Ian Mathers since the early days in 2005. That's how long I've been a fan of Brendan Stewart. Something guys, I I've been watching his live stream. It's good. It's good, but I'm more of a fan of Frank. Yeah, I've been a big fan of Mallers well over 14 years now. Yeah, that's a perfect question. That's what he did. But anyway, we go back to the racing. He's a perfectly one of them. What noise? I don't hear any noise. EST? Are you kidding me? Okay. Bear with me for a second. I'm going to head away for a break and I'm going to figure it out. How does this sound? Does it sound better? I'm going to turn my mic down. Does that sound better? Feedback from the chat. Yeah. It has been known that yes, I do need to get a new microphone, and I will be getting one very soon, but Blue, your products suck. Okay. Hopefully that is a lot better. I don't know what I did. I got rid of the noise suppression. I don't know what it was, but anyway. We are about to go back to green. How long we will go back to green, I have absolutely no idea. We're only on the forecourts here, and we're only on lap 23, so hopefully they can get this figured out at the back. We don't know what's been going on. I know it's a lot of hard racing, and definitely great racing at the back, but unfortunately some people tripping over others. And Nate Trato got to stay to the bottom this time, as we got one flying out of turn 2 there in the background. So the pace car going to make that hard left turn onto pit road once again, as we're getting racing resumed on lap 24 of 100. There goes the pace car down onto pit road, and who is going to take the lead here? And look at Ethan Kurtz again on that inside line. He better not pass it before the line, or he will get a penalty here. And he's passed the line now, but he's got a nerve corner out the way. Kurtz really being aggressive here tonight. He's going to force his way onto third place, but not going to get the run as De La Rosa and Kerner get away from him on that outside line. As we've got more people off track, and we're going to have caution number 5 here. That is going to be Robert Barber, Craig Schroeder, and James Dowan. Caution number 5 already. Let's go back and find out what happened here. We're going to get a better view of that. So they come out of turn 2, and it was Schroeder that got into the side of Barber and Dowan. Taking a look at that, and yeah, it just came down the track and fortunately collected the 8 and the 23 and the 12 at the same time. So big damage for those 3. You know when you have those days when everything that could go wrong does go wrong? I think I'm having one of those days. So, judging by the amount of cautions we've seen so far here tonight, just give us your vote in the chat and see, let us know how many cautions we reckon we're going to see tonight, because it looks like it's going to be pretty much a race of attrition here tonight, judging by the way the track is and just by how aggressive people are being out on track tonight. It's good racing. Let's not discount the discount the driving out here. The drivers are very talented. This is a great league. But, noticed a lot of aggression way too early in this race, and it's not a lot of drivers in this race. We've already seen James Simmons, Robert Giannini, Bobby Maiden, Justice Calabra, and Walter Bentley put it on the hauler. James Dowan has been in there for over half a minute. Schroeder's getting repairs, Barber's getting repairs. Ty Sifford is just coming down a pit road now in the awesome number 98 machine. While they're trying to figure their stuff out, we are going to step away for another quick side-by time. We'll be back in. back live here in Michigan. The pace car lights are off again. And we are about to resume on lap 29 of 100 here. I believe it's going to be a one-lap shootout here. Or a two-lap shootout for the stage victory here. So, hold on to your seats as Ethan Kurtz, another aggressive restart there, and trips over Freddie De La Rosa. And we knew that aggressive start was going to catch him out eventually. De La Rosa going to get into the side of him. They're going to make contact, and Ethan Kurtz. Can he save it? No, into the wall hard. And he's going to bring it down the track. Thank goodness for that, because we are going to stay green for this one. And Trito in the lead right now as Northrop into second, Kerner into third. Herzog is up to fourth place now. Great run he's having here tonight. And he's got Bryce Senesack right behind him. Senesack has been right there in the top 10 the whole time, as Sable is to the outside of De La Rosa, and the inside is Jared Darling, as they're all squabbling for position here. A bit further back there, we've got a load of trucks there all over the place. That is Bobby Cheney to the bottom of the track there. We've got Martin Newland right there, Brad Bothwell right there as well. Tyler Sifford getting in on the out there. He's just right behind these guys. The one go right across the track there. I believe that was Bothwell. Come down towards the line now. Is this going to be the stage as they cross the line? Maybe not. Yes, it is. That is the end of the stage there. And this will be your top 10 in said stage. Nate Trito there stealing the win there in the stage. Second will be Northrop. Third will be Eddie Kerner. Fourth will be Zoltan Herzeg. Definitely a brilliant start to the race he's had here tonight. Up to fourth. Bryce Senesack has been in the top 10 pretty much most of the race. He's in fifth and rounds out in top 5. David Schutt was one lap down at one point and now finds himself in P6. Seventh will be Eric Sable. Eighth will be Jared Darling. Ninth will be Delonta Ballard. Remember the troubles he's had already tonight as well. And rounding out your top 10 will be Brad Bothwell. So, caution is out again. This time it's a competition caution, so don't worry about the any wrecks happening, although Ethan Kurtz got it pretty bad right there. And still crabbing down the track. Look at how sideways that truck is right now. We've got full scale pit stops going on right now. Let's go to the pit lane cam and see who is going to come out on top in this pit stop run right now. As we're going to focus on Trito, really just getting into his box right now. As no problems there for the man in the 99. Jake Nichols is going to stay out and get a lap led, so fair enough for him. And we've got people making the way out of pit road, but Trito not going to relinquish the lead here. It looks like Eddie Kerner came out second there, and out of pit road third. Out of pit road ahead of these guys, but wasn't quite close enough. Eric Sable there in P6. David Schutt in 7th. James Dowen in 8th. 9th is Spencer Owens now. And running out your top 10 will be Mark Newland. He's just ahead of Delonta Ballard. Ballard has still got that front end damage from the 2 shunts he's had already tonight. Now, interestingly enough, Jack Nicholls decided to stay out. He's got 7 laps on those tyres, so no such dramas for him. He will have that damage though on the right side of his truck from the incident he had earlier. Will that hurt him in the long run? We don't know. We'll find out when we go back to green. That's if he decides to stay out on track, but Jack Nicholls has been trying to make his way to the front all race long. Finally got there by way of staying out and everybody else pitting around him, so be a good call. We'll find out, maybe hoping for a quick caution here tonight. Freddie De La Rosa, one of the biggest losers in pit road. He's down in P18 right now. Another big loss of positions there for the man in the 3. Had a great start to the race, but really has started falling backwards since possibly the 2nd caution. Hopefully he can make that back up, but that contact he had with Ethan Kurtz probably prompted him to stay in there and get a bit more damage fixed, but that Red Bull number 3 definitely on the back foot right now. It's definitely got some making up to do as this race progresses. We are not even halfway yet. We're under our 6th caution of the night, one of them being a competition caution. More taking down pit road right now. There will be Brett Pancari and Craig Schroeder. Pancari was running at the front for a lot of the race early already. He's fallen way back in the pack now, and with him being in pit road right now, he'll fall back even further. But Jake Nicholls did opt to stay out, and he is going to bring us back to green here. It's probably, I think it's our first lead change of the night. Let's look at the summary here. Only our 3rd lead change of the night, so... Oh yeah, because Darwin stayed out and led a lap. For the fans of Tyler Sifford, you're wondering where he is. He's back down in P14 right now. The inside row as we were about to get them going. There goes the pace car into pit road now. Jake Nicholls in control of the field right now, as he's going to hold them down, and now we get them going as the final part of this race will get underway here at Michigan. With that damage on his truck, how long can Jake Nicholls hold off Nate Trato? Trato has been absolutely on it tonight, has led the most laps so far. Here comes Eddie Kerner though, up to 3rd place. He's going to put a big challenge behind him. But look at Trato there to the inside of Nicholls, as we've got more damage going on behind them. And Northrop and Kerner almost getting into it. Nicholls, Kerner and Northrop in a 3-1 situation. Nicholls having to back off there, and rightly so. You got Sable and Schutt side by side behind them as well. Everybody's been trying to figure out life right now. Nicholls still falling backwards down in P5 right now. Trato's still got the whole field behind him. He is your leader once again here at Michigan. I'm going to cycle back through the pack. There's Sable. Herzeg is right there as well. Owens is there, and Owens is actually going to be sandwiching with himself and his teammate. And the Herzeg going to be the meat in that sandwich. Nichols still falling backwards back into P8 right now. Delonte Ballard with that front end damage falling backwards as well as there goes Ty Sifford to the inside of the 21. Back in the front, Eddie Kerner is putting Trato under pressure here as they go into turn 3. Is he going to be the fifth lead change here tonight? Is he going to be the newest leader of this race as they come out of turn 4? Still side by side, no disrespect given here as Trato actually going to lead that lap. And looks like things are starting to finally settle down here. As Kerner going to file in right behind Trato now. And Kerner needs to be careful because Northrup is right there. David Shutt now has moved his way to P4, so good recovery from him after being one lap down at one point. That Ferrari number 42, Ferrari powered Chevrolet, that doesn't make sense at all. He's right there in P4. Sable is right there. Owens, his teammate right behind him there in the number 25. There is Herzeg. Bobby Cheney now up to P8 as he's battling it out with Newland. Jay Nichols looks like he's holding station now in P10. So hasn't fallen back completely away from the field, but Tyler Sifford might have something to say about that as he's now closing in on the back of the 20. Can he do something about it as see at the front there, Trato using all of the track to stay ahead of Kerner. We're going to focus in on this battle between Sifford and Nichols right now. And it looks like they're finally all getting spread out and everybody's settling down right behind them. Freddie De La Rosa is battling out with Jared Darling and Delonte Ballard is right behind him. There is Bryce Selesak. This is the first time tonight we've seen him outside the top 10, so new territory there for the 09. Hopefully he can make that back up. Rex Pankari, first time he's been outside the top 10 as well tonight. Hopefully he can make it back up as Robert Barber's still out on track and Wayne Culbertson, who was one lap down at one point, he's back on the lead lap now, and James Dowan is back there in P20. He is the last driver running right now as Northrup now challenging for the lead there as there goes Trato to the outside. They have 3 wide for the lead with David Shutt also making his way forward here. Eddie Kerner's fallen back, and who's going to come out on top of this one? And Northrup going to get nerfed down into the side, and he's going to take Spencer Owens with him. No caution right now, but Spencer Owens coming off the worst out of that one. Innocent bystander right there. Going to have big damage. They're going to have to go down to the grass. Big suspension damage on that 25 and into the wall. Take another look and see what happened here. And oh, it wasn't contact. It was a bit of a bobble there for Northrup, and unfortunately Spencer Owens coming off the worst, and what a shame there for the man in the 25 like the typical running. Kerner, despite all that happening, has moved up to the lead now. Nate Trato is in second. Made that David Shutt up to second now. As around goes Sable. That's going to bring out caution number 7. Both of the Menards trucks in big trouble here tonight. We already saw that incident with Spencer Owens, and now Sable getting really sideways there. and bringing out the 7th caution of the night. So the Menards sponsor number 9 is the cause of the 7th caution this night. Eddie Kerner, though, putting on the style now and getting the lead away from Nate Trato. For a second there, David Schutt was up to second. We saw it on your screens right there, but Trato managed to take it back just before the caution came out. And Bobby Cheney, look at him, up to P4 now. He had a great run right there. As Newland was getting into the back of him, wow! And yes, Tyler Sifford fans, that is your boy. That's your boy there, Tyler Sifford. He's finally in the top 10. Jake Nichols up to P8, Jared Darling in 9th. As Freddie De La Rosa back in the top 10 as well, so good recovery for him. But Eddie Kerner is your leader. As the field gets reduced to now only 18 drivers. Jake Nichols going to finally bring it down pit road. Got quite a few, actually a lot of people taking it down pit road. I do apologise. As Robert Barber is going to be the man to stay out. We've got people, we've got wholesale pit stops here right now. Looks like Bothwell missed his stall and has gone back out again. And Kerner going to win the race off pit road. Trato going to be off second. David Schutt off in third. Bobby Cheney off 4th. Mark Newland off pit road in 5th. So Kerner winning the race off pit road by a big margin there. Take another look at that. Bothwell missed his stall there. And look at the speed that Kerner's getting off pit road there. Doesn't break the speed limit, but manages to get out of pit road way quicker than everybody else. And with Barber and Bothwell in front of him, Barber has 12 laps on his tyres. Bothwell needs to come back down and get back to that his pit box after he missed it in the pit stop. Oh, you guys are cracking me up tonight, I swear. So Barber down pit road. Pancari is back in pit road as well. That's not Pancari, is it? That's Pancari right there. Let's take a look at Brett Pancari's paint scheme as well. And that's just a logo orgy on his truck right now. Yeah, that's a lot of logos, Brett. I don't know. That's amazing. Brett Pancari with the multiple logo inspired number 35. Back in P13. Still not back in the top 10 as yet, as James Dowen is still on pit road. He's back down pit road, I apologise. But Eddie Kerner is your leader right now. Oh, you don't know the half of it, Kimo. I'm having loads of fun tonight. As James Dowen does make it out of pit road ahead of the pack, so he will not go a lap down right now. Nick Northrup, though, he is 1 lap down. He must have got a lot of damage from that contact he had with Spencer Owens. As Delonta Ballard is out as well, out of this race as well. Craig Schroeder, Ethan Kurtz is pretty much out of it now. He's 15 laps down. James Simmons, Robert Giannini, Bobby Maiden, Justice Calabro, Walter Bentley are all out. Matt Bontempi, remember he won at Daytona. He is a non-starter here tonight. But decided not to take part in said race. Hey, I like to paint cars too, so any crayons you have, I'll take some. I've got my own crayons, but you know. And I'll only use crayons if they're Crayola crayons. I won't use anything else. Anyway. Through turns 3 and 4 they go. We're about to get them going once again on lap 49 of 100. We are almost at halfway here at Michigan. And away we go. No. They're going to hold them down a lot there. And we'll finally get them going. The Goodbury still there by Kerner. It looks like Tracer going to pinch. Shut down towards the grass there. In order to try and hold on to that second place, but David Schutt is having none of it right now as he powers his way up to second place now. So great move there by the man in the number 42, as here comes Trato again. Bobby Cheney on the move as well. He's trying to hold off Tyler Sifford for that fourth spot, but here comes Sifford now. We're trying to that outside line there, gets pushed out a bit due to the aero, and can he take advantage of that run with that clean air on the high side of the track? He's going to keep it wound up there as it goes through turns 1 and 2. Great move by Tyler Sifford to move up to 4th place. Awesome outside pass there. So Sifford on the move now. He's already looking to the back of Trato right now as they make their way towards turn 3. And there goes David Schutt for the lead now to the inside of Eddie Kerner. And this time by across the line, we will be halfway in this race. And David Schutt is your leader. Trato now going to look to the outside of Eddie Kerner, going to have his momentum blocked there by David Schutt as they make their way out of turn 2. Tyler Sifford is right there, Bobby Cheney is right there, Martin Newland is right there, Jared Darling has made his way up there, and look who's back up in the lead pack now. Freddie De La Rosa has finally made his way back up towards the front after that contact he had with Ethan Kurtz earlier in the race. Going to work on the back of Jared Darling, who's already dispatched Mark Newland. Now to the inside of Jared Darling does go Freddie De La Rosa. He moves up to P6. Now going to work on the back of Bobby Cheney. Going to get the inside pass done. He's going to get a big run though. Going towards turn 3. Is it going to help him? As David Schutt using a bit of a snake there to try and to break the momentum of Nate Trato. Eddie Kerner, who started in first on this restart. He's back there in P3, about to lose that third place. As here comes Tyler Sifford to the bottom of the track, using all of the apron here to Tyler Sifford to try and get an advantage on Eddie Kerner. And will it pay off? Who knows, as Trato now moves to the back to the front of the pack now. He's let everybody else have their fun, and now he's back in the lead once again. Going to go a bit further back. Jake Nichols now in P9. He's ahead of Dalton Hurtane. We're going to go back to the lead battle. I know this is what everybody wants to see. Tyler Sifford now up to 3rd place now. Can he work on the back of David Schutt? Since David Schutt has got back on that lead lap, he's been absolutely on it. And he's led 3 laps now, but nothing Nothing like Nick Trito. Who has led 38 laps now. Tyler Sifford up to third, Eddie Kernan down to fourth now. Freddie De La Rosa into the top five. Oh, big bubble by Tyler Sifford. He's going to try and chase it at the track and he manages to save it. Great save there by Tyler Sifford, but going to lose a lot of momentum here. I'm going to take another look at that and see exactly what happened here. I'm going to go to the rear chase cam. Looks like he got a big bubble there, and he did. Look at that. That let Kerner through, that let De La Rosa through, that let Barrett Darling through, and he lost a ton of momentum through that. We'll go back live, and David Shutt still putting Nate Trito under pressure here as he's right on his rear tailgate, and we're under caution once again. That's Robert Barber in trouble, and it looks like, what is that? That looks like Wayne Culberson in trouble as well. Taking a look and see what happened to Barber here. Just washes up into the wall. Hits the wall hard. And Culberson having to take to the grass to avoid him. And that gas monkey number 8 is pretty much out of this now. He's got some severe damage on the truck. And yes, Becky, I was getting very choked up there. You know. This race is making me very emotional. So lots of drivers having a bit of a Code Brown moment, no more so than Dwayne Culberson and Tyler Sifford just before that caution came out. Probably the save of the night here after having that little bobble, having to chase it up the track, managing to avoid the spin. So definitely a good save there. Did lose a lot of momentum. That's led Freddie De La Rosa up to third place now. So he's back at the front now. As David Shutt very late into pit road there, as everyone's going to bring him down once again. For a quick commercial break, we'll be right back with some more racing action as ESPN once again goes side by side.
often imitated, never duplicated, the greatest show under the world of outlaws.
You know what, I was going to go for another commercial, but I think I'm going to go back to focusing on the race because we are once agreed and the lights are off on the pace car. If you saw in the side-by-side there, you will have seen Freddie De La Rosa took the lead away from Nate Trato after he made a terrible mistake in pit road, overshot his pit box by quite a margin. That let De La Rosa take not only one but two spots. Joe Darling in third place as well. Pace car going to take that left turn into pit road, and De La Rosa going to hold them down, and we're back on the green once again. And Trato doing everything he can to get to the bottom, and he does. Defend off Jared Darling. Eddie Kerner going to get a big run on the outside as well as they all scream into turn one once again. So great restart by everybody there. We're back up and running once again. You see Jake Nichols in the background there, sticking a nose out as he's trying to fend off. That is Private Sifford. So Sifford and Nichols having one out of the battle there. Right behind him is Zoltan Herzeg. He's having a battle with Bryce Senesac. And David Shutt, after falling back for the field in the pit stop, he is back there in P9. Already made a move on Mark Newland and got around him. Now I'm going to try and work on the back of Jake Nichols right now. I'm going to make it work, but Dalton Herzeg is going to work on the back of Jake Nichols. And he's going to take the position away, so Nichols still struggling with that damage on that 20 truck. As you see on the outside there, that line there, the front of the field, that is Freddie De La Rosa under pressure from Jared Darling and Nate Trato. 3 wide for the leaders. Darling is going to make a bid for the lead here as they come out of turn 2. Is he going to get the run he needs? No, he's not. As here comes De La Rosa again. We've got Trato right behind him, right in his draft, as Darling going to throw it in there. Big aggressive dive there by the man in the 1 and almost lost the back end there, I think. Or was that just the track dynamic? I don't know. But anyway, there's going to be a drag race down to the line, and it looks like it's going to be De La Rosa going to lead that lap, hand that one to him right there on the plate, as Darling just did not have the momentum there going through the tri-oval. Here we go, 3 wide for the lead again. This time Trato is on the bottom. Darling is in the middle. And De La Rosa is on the high side. Tyler Sifford is right there in P4. Eddie Kern is right there. Dalton Herzeg is right there as well as he gets round the outside of Eddie Kerner, or the inside of Eddie Kerner, sorry, I do apologise. Just behind them, David Shutter's already made his way back up to P7. Here comes Kerner to the outside, big aggressive move, trying to find some moves around De La Rosa. Darling now actually has the lead. Leads his first lap of the race. He will get a bonus point for this one. Sifford up to third. De La Rosa up to fourth, and around goes De La Rosa. Kerner's around and Herzeg's around. That's going to bring out caution number 9 here. Nice J-turn now by Kerner. He's been practicing that, you can tell. Let's take a little look here and see what happened. And it looks like per second. Kerner getting into it big time. And De La Rosa just caught up in it. Herzeg looks like he lost control of the truck. Let's go to a far chase on that one and see exactly what happened. And it looked like netcode actually between Kerner and Herzeg. Bit of bumping and scraping, nothing too serious unless Herzeg hits the wall and he taps it. So Herzeg is down now in P. We're down to 16 drivers, by the way. Eric Sable is out of the race as well now. Along with Robert Barber, everyone's going to bring it down pit road once again. Gareth Darling this time leading them down. Nick Northrup going to stay out here. So while he stays out and tries to get a lap led, we are going to focus on the pit road situation right now as Trato actually hits his marks perfectly this time. And who's going to win the race off pit road? We don't know. Trato's still putting on his rear tyres, as we left-hand side tyres, as he's going to win the race off pit road. It looks like Jared Darling going to come off second, and Ty Siff is going to come off third. There's Darling, there's Siff, and there's Newland up to fifth, fourth off pit road. David Shutt right there, Jake Nichols there too. Bryce Senesac is there in the top 10. Bobby Cheney is right there too. Brad Bothwell rounds out your top 10. Brett Pancari still making a bid for that top 10. He was in there earlier, but not been able to get back in there since. So as they make their way around the track again, we've got more people taking back at the pit road for a top, but Bobby Cheney's back in, as is Brett Pancari. As Nick Northam opted to stay out. Lots of rear end damage on that 54. I think on this restart, Nate Trato is going to be absolutely on it. Jared Darling still got that damage on the front end, still able to hold strong with the leaders. And has actually led a couple of laps, so good for him that he's managed to keep it in there. Tyler Sifford making noises behind the wheel. He's making noises on the track as well. He's in the top 5 as well as Martin Newland back there. He rounds out the top 5 just ahead of David Shutt. David Shutt, like I said before, since he's got back on the lead lap, he has been absolutely on it. And he's led 3 laps himself, so definitely a threat for the race winners. Eddie Kerner going to bring it out of pit road right now. Not going to lose a lap, but he is going to be the last driver on track as the lights will go off on the pace car this time by Nick Northrup. Is going to bring them back to green here. And the question is, can he hold on? We will be going back to green with 31 laps remaining in this race. And while everybody gets everything figured out, Garrett Darling is lined up. Northrup is right next to the pace car, which says to me that he is going to be on it as soon as the pace car leaves the track, so watch for him to hit it as soon as possible. As I know Nate Trato has led the most laps here tonight, but anybody can take the win here at this point. As they come through turn 4 now. As the pace car is down and away, Nick Northrup actually waiting a little bit before he gets going. And we are back on the green here. Immediately drops down to the apron. Watch for Tyler Sifford on that outside line. He is already to the outside of Jared Darling. As it looks like David Shutt's going to try and make a 3 wide here as they come through turn 2, back onto the backstretch, and they are 3 wide for 3rd place right now. As Northrup is, that damage is starting to hurt him, he's starting to fall back now. Gets absolutely eaten alive through turn 3. And a bit further to the front, there is Trato back into the lead as I predicted. Jared Darling going to get back around Ty Sifford and move into 2nd. Settle for 3rd. There is David Shutt as a whole host of trucks behind him. Nichols and Senesacker side by side as we go through 1 and 2 now for 6th and 7th places respectively. Freddie De La Rosa has already made his way back up to the field. He's now in P8. Dalton Herzeg is already back in the top 10 in P9. And Nick Northrup still falling back. He's already outside the top 10 in P11. We're back at the front. Trato back in control of things again. But for how long? Is there going to be 3 wide back there? That is Freddie De La Rosa involved in a 3 wide situation there between himself, Bryce Senesack and Jake Nichols. With Herzeg right there. Cheney's right there as well. With 29 laps to go. Like I said, it's anybody's race at this point. So, De La Rosa leading still back there in P6. We have a 3-way dance for the lead though, as here comes Jared Darling to the outside of Trato. Is he? I don't think he's going to get the momentum going into turn 1. Trato coming a bit up the track there to try and break the momentum. Not going to work. As Ashley Darling is actually going to get pushed out onto the marble. Going to be very close to the wall. That's going to let Tyler Sifford in on that inside. Sifford and Darling going to be side by side. Sifford going to get the better run out of turn 4 down towards the line. Now he can focus on the back of Trato. But here comes David Shutt as well. He's up to P4 once again and working on the back of Jared Darling. The man in the number 1 truck does not look comfortable with that damage on the front end of the truck now. And it's starting to show as he's fallen back behind Sifford. Now under pressure from David Shutt. Question is, can he hold on to that top 3 spot? Only time will tell. Battles going on through the pack there. Freddie De La Rosa's pulled away from Hersheg. He's under pressure from Bobby Cheney and Bryce Senesac. They're going to be 3 wide for P7 right now. Like a staggered 3 wide. As Hersheg going to move to the outside, break the momentum from Senesac. Going to try the outside pass on Bobby Cheney. Not going to work though, as he does not have the momentum on his own on the outside there as we got just over 25 laps to go. We have got 25 laps to go, so again, anybody's race at this point, as Siffin now starting to put Trato under pressure here. So Trato, your leader, with 25 laps to go, about to be 24. Ty Sifford in second. David Shutt now up to third. We've lost Darren Darling, who's fallen right back actually into the pack. As Hersheg going to go around him, and Senesac going to have a look to the outside as well. Jake Nichols running out your top 10 right there. He's up 4 tenths of a second ahead of Brad Bothwell, is right there too. We've got problems there for Hersheg, and he's going to let Nichols through with Ashley. Nichols actually going to get a 2-for-1 sale there. And moves on to P8 right now, but your battle for the lead still raging on between Sifford and Trato. The battle for Nichols, Hersheg, Senesac, and now Brad Bothwell. The last 4 spots in the top 10, the last 3 spots in the top 10, Bothwell is in P11. Brett Pancari is off the pace there in P12. Northrop still with that dominant truck, still on those older tyres. He's back there in P13. James Doward in 14s, and Eddie Kerner off the pace as well. He is in P15. Trent Culberson has put it on the hauler. So who's going to take this one? Is it going to be the 98, the 99, 42, and now Mark Newland, who's up to P4. He's got to throw his hat in the ring for possibly a win here tonight, maybe even a top 3. Sifford getting very close there to Trato. Interesting bit of information there from Chemo. It says former sponsor teammates running 1 and 2. As Sifford gets a big bubble coming out of 2. Is he going to be under pressure from David Shutt? He will be. Shutt going to move to the inside now. A big mistake there by Tyler Sifford. Has lost a lot of momentum there. He's going to move to the outside now and let David Shutt through. He's going to try and use the drafter to get that momentum back. But here comes Mark Newland now to try and take the position away from Sifford. So, straight the top 8 now. 14 laps on their tyres. Nichols 15 laps. The man that's on the freshest tyres right now is actually Brett Pancari. 12 laps on his tyres, but everybody else on much older tyres around them. The man on the oldest tyres right now is Nick Northrup. 21 laps on his tyres, so definitely going to need to pit before this race is over. We are 20 laps to go here, about to be 19 laps to go here at Michigan, and Nate Trato still leading this race. And David Shutt now going to make a bid for the lead here as they come through 1 and 2. Is he going to get the momentum? No, he's not, as I'm stuck behind the trees again. Trato able to hold on for now. A slip angle, number 99, doing everything possible to stay out in front right now. And this is turning into a three-way battle for the win here. Ty Sifford still not looking comfortable in that truck, though, as we've got a big bubble there. And that is going to be Freddie De La Rosa into the wall. A lot of momentum lost for that number 3 truck right now, as there goes Cheney and Jared Darling now. Back up the order. And De La Rosa, again, the wheels falling off that number 3 truck. Always has the good runs going, but look at the run we're seeing right now. David Shutt now to the outside of Nate Trato. And you don't want to be doing that this late in the race, Mr. Shutt, as he's going to wind up in front of Trato and take away that lead. Meanwhile, further back, Ty Sifford has fallen right off the pace here. And he's under pressure from Mark Newland. Can he hold on for a top 3 here? We are just over 15 laps to go as Newland almost gets into the back of Sifford. I wonder if Sifford might have burned all the goodie off those tyres. And you're right, Becky, somebody does need to cut down them trees. Newland going to cross Sifford over now as they come out of turn 4 down towards the tri-oval. And Sifford going to hold on for third, but for how long? Newland has got that preferred inside line now as they go into turn 1. Going to dive it in there. Sifford going to try and keep it strong on that outside line. As they stay side by side, coming down to 2. Big run there by Sifford on the outside. Able to hold on to third. Good defensive move there by the 98. But here comes Jared Darling again. Now putting his name in the ring for a top 3 spot here. As the top 2 have just checked out right now in the late running of this race. We are going to be 15 laps to go here at Michigan. David Shutt is your leader with Nate Trato in second. The big battle is here as Jared Darling now moves to the inside of Tyler Sifford. Sifford going to lose top 3 here. Going to try and cross him over as they come out onto the backstretch. Is he going to get that move back? He's going to try. He's going to dive it in there. Contact between Sifford and Darling. That's going to bring out caution. Number 10, is it? No, it's not, as Darling spins into the pit road. Ty Sifford finds himself all on his own. I believe Mark Newland might have got involved in that because Bobby Cheney has now got around the 96. And that's given a bit of breathing room to Tyler Sifford, but you know Sifford's not going to be happy with that incident. As we go back to the battle for the lead now, Trato now back to the inside of David Shutt. And who's going to get the lap? Give that lap to David Shutt now as they cross the line. Lots of close racing action here. Ty Sifford all by himself now. Bobby Cheney has got away from Mark Newland. Newland now under pressure from Jake Nichols, who's found his way up to P6. Looks like Jared Darling is out of this race. Freddie De La Rosa is out as well. Dalton Herzeg has already put it on the hauler, as we're still seeing side-by-side action here between David Shutt and Nate Trato. Trato nearly loses the back end. That's giving the advantage to David Shutt now as they cross the line. It looks like the goodie has gone from Nate Treto's tyres. Are they going to make a pit stop? Yeah, they might try and hold on and make it to the end. Again, we don't know. Only 13 left in this race now as big bubble there from David Schutt now, and it's Nate Treto now going to close in on the back of the 42. Everybody trying to hold on to the back end of their trucks right now. As there they go, there's Lionel Stern right there. Can Treto take it away? We're going to be 10 laps to go at the line here. And they've both got to dig. There's another bubble there from Schutt as they come out of 4. Back through the pack, there's Jake Nichols out of the P4. Brian Senesac is in P5. Bobby Cheney's falling back now as Senesac gets around him. Bothwell up to P7. Mark Newland is in P8. Brett Pancari now finally back in the top 10 as James Darwin is in the Nick Northrup, Eddie Kerner and Dwayne Culberson. This is where the battle's at right now. David Schutt and Nate Treto. Treto has led the most laps here tonight as Treto still a bit out of shape as Jared Darling is going to get lapped now. He's already 4 laps down. Now it's not a question of who's got the fastest truck here, it's the question of who can hang on the longest. And we know if these two come to blows, this man right here will be there to pick up the pieces. He's got a pretty big gap over Jake Nichols. But he's 5 seconds to the deficit behind Nate Treto. So Schutt and Treto, we are less than 10 laps to go. It's going to be 8 laps to go now as they cross the line. It's going to be between these two. Who is going to get the win here? We're going to keep focusing on these two because one of these guys is going to make a bid for the win. As Schutt defends to the inside line, doesn't realise the Treto's to his outside. The battle is on here. Who can take this win away? It looks like Treto just holding station behind Schutt right now. Waiting for the ideal moment as they come out of 2 now. We are going to be 6 laps to go at the line between David Schutt and Nate Treto. Who is going to take the win here? Sifford now is starting to be reeled in by Jake Nichols. You see them both in your shot right there. There's Nichols. There is Sifford. And Sifford also, not only is he trying to close the gap between himself and Treto, but he needs to be careful and watching his rearview mirror as he's got a very fast number 20 coming down on him very hard as there goes Treto now. Decides to make his move. Who's got the better tyres and who's got the better traction as they come out of turn 2? Is it going to be Schutt or is it Treto? David Schutt nearly right up against the wall there as they come into turn 3. Going to be side by side as they come out of turn 3 through 4. Out of 4 now. And it looks like Treto got the better run. A big bubble there. Behind the 99 now. Had to give that up there. The truck is so loose right now by the looks of things. As we are 5 to go here at Michigan and it's down between these two drivers. Ty Sifford is still being called by Jake Nichols. There is Sifford. There is Nichols. Bothwell now up to the top 5. He has already got past Bryce Senesac. Bobby Cheney back there in P7. Mark Newland is in P8 now. He's falling backwards still. Brett Pancari's still a nice. Nick Northrup now up to the top 10 after getting round James Dowan. But Dowan wants it back in a bad kind of way as he's going to dive to the inside. Not going to make the move work this time. Northrup's going to hold on for P10. This battle's still raging on between Schutt and Trato. Schutt going to dive to the inside now, and they're going to trade positions again. And Trato just holding on this time as Schutt has to back out once again. Going to be 3 to go at the line. They are a clear 6.5 seconds ahead of Ty Siffin now. It is definitely between these two. As we are under caution now. 3 laps to go. We are going to have green, white checkers here. And it's going to be Brett Pancari in trouble. Oh my goodness me, this has changed. Well, I get to say it. This changes everything. Pancari losing it out. Let's go back a bit further and find out exactly what happened here. Looks like the tyres came up the ghost. Tried to hold on to it. Gets away with it. Spins to the infield, and that is enough to bring out caution number 10 here at Michigan. And caution will fly here. And we will have our one and only try of a green-white checkered here at Michigan. So absolute drama here at the end, and I'm guessing David Schutt and Nate Trato absolutely kicking themselves after that, seeing that caution flag come out. They were miles ahead of Ty Siffin before that happened. Ty Siffin probably breathing a sigh of relief, and I'm guessing they've got to bring it down pit road and get fresh tyres, and they will. Now, who's going to win the race off pit road here? We do not know. We'll find out in a second. So it looks like Trato's going to take 4 tyres, and it's going to be David Schutt winning the race off pit road here. Trato on second, or did Trato win the race off pit road? We don't know. Northrup. And so all of a sudden, Travis Hatton, and he only took 2 tyres. Is that the catalyst that gets Northrup to the lead, maybe? We don't know. Trato did win the race off pit road, did he? I believe he did, because he's staying out in front of David Schutt, but managing to hold on. There, second off pit road. Northrup, third off pit road. Ty Sifford. There, Brad Boswell. Jake Nichols lost a couple of spots there. Actually lost only 1 spot, actually. Actually lost a couple of spots because Northrup got past him with those 2 tyres, as did Boswell. Senesac, Culberson in the top 10 now, and James Dowan in the top 10. As it looks like Brett Pancari has put it on the hauler. Jared Darling comes down pit road now after staying out. That is only going to leave 12 drivers in this race now. Very much been a race of attrition here tonight. The list of retirements is as follows. Matt Bartempi not starting the race here tonight. Decided to take a provisional for this one. Walter Bentley out of this race. Justice Calabro was involved in the very first caution of this race on lap 2, lap 3, one of the two. Bobby Maiden is out. Robert Giannini, not sure what happened to him, but he's out as well. James Simmons, Ethan Kurtz, Craig Schroeder, Delonta Ballard, Spencer Owens, Eric Sable, the two teammates there are out of this race. Robert Barber is out. Dalton Herzeg is out. Freddie De La Rosa is out as well. Jared Darling has been in pit road for almost a minute now, so he might be calling it a night. We do not know as yet, and sounds like the engine switched off there. Brett Pancari is out, and that's left Martin Newland as the man that is the last driver running as of right now. And he's going to come out of pit road. He's just filling for a top of fuel. And the lights will be going off on the pace car this time by Eddie Kerner. Decided to stay out and maybe try and get a win out of this. Who knows? Take a deep breath, ladies and gentlemen. This is the one and only attempt at a green-white check, and if the caution comes out, that will end the race here tonight at Michigan. Whoever happens to be in the lead at the time the caution comes out will be declared your winner. So, for one final time under caution. Made their way through turn number 3. You see Nate Trato already on it. He's already alongside Eddie Kerner. There goes the pace car. And Kerner is going to bring us back to green. He's going to hold us down for a minute though. And finally gets on the power wheel. Green-white checkers are underway here. 2 more laps around here around Michigan. Who is going to get the win? Only time will tell, but the favourite right now is probably going to be Nate Trato, as he's going to work to the outside of Eddie Kerner. David Shunt is going to follow him through. And time 7, almost contact there with. And we got contact right there, and that's the race right there, Nate Trato. Eddie Kerner has actually scored as your leader when the caution came out. Is that correct? Did Eddie Kerner just steal the race just then? That can't be right. Oh, Nate Trato has won the race, so it's actually updated now. Nate Trato is your winner for tonight. But Nick, let's take a look at what happened to Nick Northrup before we go anywhere else here. It was side by side between Sifford and Northrup. Northrup got a big bobble there and tried to save a big hit on the outside wall there. Great job by everybody at the back there to get around it. And big hit there by Northrup. That's going to end his night and put him outside the top 10, unfortunately. So very much a painful hit there by the man in 54. So as they come to the line, we should have the checkered flag this time by, and Nate Trato will be declared your winner here at Michigan. And there we have it. Nate Trato is your winner. There you go. That is your winner right there. And while they are getting settled down and doing their burnouts and stuff, we're going to head away for a quick break. We'll be right back with the interview. So stick around. You want to hear the words from these guys as they describe how their race went here tonight. It's interesting to see what they have to say. We'll be right back. And we're back here live at Michigan. Post-race interviews about to get underway. Your winner tonight here, Nate Trato. And we are going to reach out to him right now. I'm going to try and find him. We are going to drag him into the booth right now. Nate, it's Sam up in the booth there. You got a copy?
Yeah, 10-4.
Race winner here at Michigan. You absolutely fought tooth and nail near the end there, but led the most laps. You've got to be absolutely delighted with the win, even though it finished under caution.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really fun race. There was some sick brawls going on there up front. Towards the end was shut, and, you know, there's a big pack of 4 or 6 of us in the mid-race, just, you know, driving hard, racing really hard for the win. It was awesome, though. It was a really fun race.
Absolutely. And like you said, you didn't have it all your own way. Even though you led the most laps here, David Schutt really putting you under pressure, and Tyler Sifford as well for some of it as well. Really putting you under pressure for the race honours before that last caution came out. Were you concerned that David Schutt was going to have the legs on you near the end there, or were you just hoping that caution would come out anyway?
No, I really wanted to race him green, but, you know, he's such a great racer. He races me really well, and I didn't think either of us really had the advantage. It was just who was going to get loose just that tick more out of a corner and who was going to get that much of a run. So, like I said, it was an awesome race, and no, I just really appreciate the way David raced me.
Yeah, been very clean. I mean, bringing home another win for Slip Angle Motorsports. I mean, Matt Bontempi, I believe he's your teammate for Slip Angle.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. So that's 2 wins for Slip Angle here. On the season, you've got to be happy with your team's performance so far this season.
Yeah, definitely. All the guys at Slip Angle, we practice really hard and try and race really hard, and I mean it obviously shows. We usually run up front, but yeah, all the guys back at the team, really helped me out this whole race, and we like to work as a big group, so it worked out really well.
Absolutely. Looking ahead to next week, though, Nate. We're going to switch things up a little bit as we head to the Monster Mile, Dover. Just what are your thoughts going to that one next week?
Dover is a really fun track. I hope I can do well there. Usually I'm pretty quick. I just got to keep it one piece and bring her home, and like I said, one piece.
It's definitely going to be a fun race, as we always have great coverage of those on the channel. But Nate, congratulations on the win. Very well hard fought, and very well deserved after leading the most laps here tonight. 62 laps led in total. Is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out to or say thanks to for the win tonight? Race?
SRA for the races, y'all for the broadcast.
All right, Nate. Well, congratulations one more time, and we'll.
Thank you.
That was Nate Prato, our winner here at Michigan. We are going to go and find Mr. David Schutt right now. We're going to reach out to the man in the 42 right now, as he is joining me in the booth. David Schutt, I'm up in the booth. You got a copy, sir?
Yeah, I do.
Falling one lap down at the start of the race, managing to claw it back and really challenging for the win here. At the start of the race, did you think it was going to be all over at that point, or did you know you were going to get it back?
I wasn't that worried. I know we had a stage in there. It kind of got a little confusing there because we had a really early caution. Now I was still a lap down, and there was somebody else, I think Bobby Maiden, but he left for some reason. But yeah, I really wasn't too worried. I was more worried about getting in a wreck with somebody getting loose or me getting loose or something like that. But just caught some bad brakes. I think I had a lot more speed to pass Nate than he did trying to pass me, so I think I could have gotten around him quicker. But just what it is. It was a good race, though.
Absolutely. Definitely did pile the pressure on Nate near the end of the race there. And it looked like you were both going to race it out to the grid, the checkered flag there, but unfortunately the caution came out at the end there. Was that the momentum killer for yourself, or were you just praying for the caution to come out?
Well, I thought it was going to be over when the first caution flew at the end there. But then I lined up third, and the leader told me where he's going to run on the track, so I thought I had a chance if I could get through. But of course they couldn't handle it behind us, so didn't get an opportunity for a good finish tonight. But it was definitely some good racing up front.
Absolutely. Definitely, you guys definitely put on a great show here tonight in Michigan. But next week we head to Delaware and the Monster Mile. Just give us your thoughts as we head to Dover next week.
I'm usually pretty good at Dover. It's been a while since I've done it in the trucks, but if I can keep the tires on it, if maybe Jake could get some more bad luck this week, we'll have a shot at a win.
Absolutely. Well, David, congratulations on the second place. Probably not the result you wanted here tonight, because you really took it to the front here tonight. Is there anybody? I can't speak, I promise. Is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out to or say thanks to for tonight's second place?
Thanks. I'd like to thank everybody at SRA, all the broadcasters, and like to give a big middle finger out to Nick Northrup and Brett Pancard tonight for ruining my shot at a win tonight.
Well, David, congratulations one more time, and we'll see.
Thanks, man.
Was our second place finisher, David Schutt. Now, the next interview is going to be a popular one, so please bear with me for a second as we are going to go to our third place finisher, Mr. Tyler Sifford. And he's going to be a lot of reactions live chat now. So as I'm going to bring him down into the booth right now. Tyler Sifford, Sam up in the booth. You got a copy, sir?
Yes, sir.
Third place on the night here, but definitely a lot of drama near the end there. Just talk us through that.
I mean, it was chaotic. I knew that first place after those last round pit stops had damage, and he stayed out. And with those set of tires, we had a lot of laps on them, and this truck gets very loose on the long run. So me being on the inside, I was kind of hoping he would get a decent restart, and thankfully he did. I was just going to try and follow Shut as much as I could through there. And coming into the corner, I saw him being a little more slow, and I had to make the move for third. I didn't want to be pinched down from a slower car and impede the progress we made all night from being in the back coming to the front. I want to apologize to Northrop. I don't know if we made contact or not, but I was trying to do what I was trying to do. It was time to go, and just glad we got third.
And definitely well deserved here tonight. You really never really left the top 5 for most of the night here tonight. Unfortunately, didn't quite make it to the front, but you definitely gave it a good go and definitely put a lot of pressure on the top 2, David Shutt and Nate there at the end. If you didn't get that damage from the contact with Jared Dolan, do you think you had enough to try and challenge for the win there?
I mean, Nate and Shutt are one of the best in the league, and it's always to finish third behind them. It's great. They're the one of the best here. I would like to say I had a chance. It was just a matter of them be able to slide around and keep the truck from underneath them. So I had to really just pedal through the corner as they could probably keep the throttle into it. So, I mean, I think I would have been real close. They would have had to make some kind of contact or make a mistake for me to be able to pass them. But, I mean, it was great. I'm just happy to be up there with everyone and actually learn a whole lot running up front.
And it's with it being only the 3rd round of the season, I'm pretty sure you're going to be up there quite a lot this season. You have had a lot of support in the live chat, by the way. I will point that out. You've had Chemo and Dre and Becky in the chat all night long, keeping me entertained. I know that much. They've been really giving me a few laughs tonight. So they've been keeping me entertained. And one more thing, thank you for having Foamy on the front of the car. I really appreciate that because I've been a fan of the whole Ill Will Press thing for well over nearly 15 years now. So really appreciate seeing that on the front of the truck. But looking ahead to next week, moving on, we head to Delaware and the Monster Mile. Just give your thoughts as we head to Dover next week.
Dover's not really one of my best tracks. It's going to be something that I'm going to have to really hunker down and practice on, just because whenever it's a concrete track, I am not good keeping speed. But with the trucks, I think it might be a little different than it has been in the past. It's just going to be the matter of with that being there and how the truck is, it's going to be like it was tonight. Who can keep the tires on the car, and who can simply just test and see who can find what and try and mimic it.
Definitely going to be fun there next week as no matter what car you're in, it's always fun around that 1 mile beast. But I'm pretty sure I know you're gonna say thank you to, so I'm gonna leave the floor to you, Mr. Siffer, because I know 3 people are going to be in the chat looking for a shout out.
Thank you. I would like to thank Lucid Dreaming. They've been on the car for I think 3 seasons now, and and also having Ill Will Press being new. They're I think 2 seasons in with me, and it's always enjoy having them on the car. Always being a fan since I was in middle school. Always looking forward to coming home watching the new videos. Want to thank Drea and Unleashed Graphix for always great paint schemes. These what strives for me to drive faster. And she never disappoints with anything that she does. She always puts her damn near hardest into it and spends multiple hours on it. Want to thank Mom and Chemo for y'all watching and Chemo sponsoring me this season as well. Just happy I can finally get y'all a top 3 and make all y'all happy.
Absolutely. Well, Tyler Sifford, 3rd place on the night here at Michigan. Congratulations on the podium finish, and yeah, we'll definitely see you again next week when we head to the Monster Mile.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That was our third place finisher, Mr. Tyler Sifford. Well, that is going to pretty much do it here for us here tonight at Michigan. What a race we've seen here tonight. Lots of attrition here tonight, unfortunately, but that's the way the track is. It is a very, very tough track to circumnavigate, especially in the trucks. I know how. And here it's definitely a driver's track, even though it's so spread out. But anyway, let's go to the results for tonight's race, as it's going to be Nate Trato bringing home the victory here tonight. A very hard-fought win as well. Bringing home second place was David Shook, gave him a lot of pressure near the end of the race. Unfortunately, coming up quite short with that last caution coming out through the green-white checkers. And Tyler Sifford, very popular in the track there, bringing home the third place. I'm very happy with that third place too. Eddie Kerner looked like he was out of it for the most part near the end there after that big wreck near the end, but still managing to bring home a top 4 after staying out during that last caution. And Jake Nichols, winner from last week at Homestead, bringing home another top 5 here tonight. That will help him in the point standings. Brad Bothwell comes home in 6th. Bryce Telesack is 7th. Bobby Cheney in 8th. 9th will go to Dwayne Culberson. A lot of trouble he's had here tonight. And Mark Newland rounds out your top 10 here. James Salmon brings home 11th place. Nick Northrup, bad luck at the end there. He has to settle for P12. Garrett Darling in 13th. Brett Pancari in 14th. Freddie De La Rosa in 15th. 16th goes to Zoltan Hertek. 17th for Eric Sable. 18th for Robert Barber. 19th for Delanta Ballard. And 20th for Spencer Owen. Coming home in 23rd will be Craig Schroeder. 22nd, unlucky for Ethan Kurtz. He has to settle for that position. Robert Giannini in 23rd. 24th goes to James Simmons. 25th to Bobby Maiden. 26th to Justin Calabro. 27th to Walter Bentley. And Matt Pontempi not taking the green here tonight. Well, that is going to do it here for us here at ESPN. My name has been Sam Cooper Bennett, and thanks to the guys in the chat, really keeping me entertained. That to be Kimo, Becky, and Dre, keeping me well entertained in the chat. So shout out going to you guys. Looking ahead on the schedule, we have IndyCars returning to the ovals here on Wednesday, as we have round 2 of the Top Fuel IndyCar series. Make sure you tune into that one as they head to Japan and the Twin Rim Motegi. But for now, oh wow, that happened. But for now, very, very entertaining time here tonight. Definitely looking forward to bringing home the next one at Dover. Again, my name is Sam Cooper Bennett. I want to give a quick shout out to the channel sponsors. That is iRacing, iFlag. Make sure you go to iRacingIFlag.com today and check out what they have on offer. And if you do decide to buy something, I'm pretty sure you will, because they've got some awesome products in there. Make sure you put in the promo code esports2019 and you will get 15% off your very own iFlag. So why not check out iRacingIFlag.com right now and get your iFlag today. So again, great broadcast here at Michigan. Great race here from the Sim Racing Authority Sim Graphix Truck Series. All that's left for me to say from tonight is keep it clean, keep it green, and we will see you Wednesday for Top Fuel Racing and the second round of Season 9. Have a good night, everybody.